Alright, this is Kelly Onojigofia. The author Take Charge of Your Life. The author 21 Reputable Law in Building a Solid Marriage. We are still on our series on the reality of wrong choice. The reality of wrong choice. So I'm going to appeal to you to go through the sections and the parts to see what we've discussed. This is from my new book coming out with the title The Reality of Wrong Choice. I believe people must be cautioned, people must be warned before they make their decision on who to marry. They need a level of investigation, a level of counseling. Like the Bible says, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. You need to gather some relevant information because your choice of who to marry is critical to destiny. So that book will be out, like I said, within the next 2 months or so. It should be out in both Seller and Amazon. So I want to continue that series. I'd like you to follow up, share, like, and make comments on it. The next point on this section is it has turned many people into fornicators and adulterers. Marriage has turned many people into fornicators and adulterers. That's amazing. The Bible says to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife. Its own wife. Its own wife. Let every man have his own wife to avoid fornication. It's amazing. You know, I was in a meeting many years ago, and when I was done with the meeting, it was a section of marriage seminar section. And when I was done, it was time for question and answer. And I perceived from all the questions asked by the women that were in that meeting, they were all putting up a question to resist sex in the marriage. They were just putting up all form of excuse. I had to take out time to talk to them, to analyze some certain things, and to tell them why they must not try to weaponize sex in their marriage. One of the battles most people fight in their marriage, especially when the choice is the problem, is their romance and their sex life. So today, we have seen several people that have lost their home because they had to go outside their home for extramarital affair. And sometimes you wonder what really happened. In America, a minister resigned. And he resigned because his activity was discovered of him carrying some prostitutes. He had to resign from his office to step down. Later, it was discovered that in his home there was a problem. And for the last 3 to 4 years, him and his wife have not been sleeping together. Trying to avoid divorce, trying to break the marriage off, keeping the color for everyone to say we are a happy family is what he was doing, but he was pressed, he was down, he was depressed until he started going out to patronize the prostitutes. When the choice is wrong, a lot of things go wrong. And that was how that man almost lost his ministry. Because when that came to the light, it was a big scandal for the ministry. The marriage he was protecting, he lost the marriage. His choice of who he got married to has turned him into a fornicator and adulterer. This happens for both men and women. I've seen a woman cry that the husband is not sleeping with her. These things happen everywhere. When people are no longer interested, they didn't pick interest. Do you know that, oh my goodness, how are people just, because the majority of people who wants to get married, making their choices from the beginning, it has been discovered 65% of the people, all they have in their mind is sex. Then they get married. Other things begin to see up. They get confused. Then they start to withdraw themselves from their spouse. It becomes a problem. The choice was not made properly. And now they are almost trapped. So here's what you need to understand. There are certain things that must be in the picture when you are making your choice of who to marry. Because your marriage, when you cannot come to a place of oneness and a proper understanding with your spouse, you have problem in your romantic life and your sexual life. And that can push you into becoming a fornicator and adulterer. And that will ruin your marriage. May the Lord help us in our decision making as it relates to who we need to marry. God bless you.